Hi guys, Vechs here, and this episode of Vechs's Test World is dedicated to Dinnerbone and Kamyu. In this episode, I want to talk about a lot of things going on, but first let me start off with the new thing in Minecraft 1.3 is that spawners now can include custom data, and what this allows you to do is just all kinds of things. There is a long list of things that you can now edit with spawners. You can include potion effects on spawned entities. You can include the custom data, such as creepers being charged, wolves being angry, and oh wow. Yeah, mobs have really good pathfinding now, and I've incorporated this into my maps. And I just released Waking Up, actually, a few hours ago. So you can see the pathfinding at work in that map. There's areas specifically designed to take advantage of how the monsters will just circle around. Ow, that was right in the face. Circle around obstacles. Alright. But anyway, going back to the spawners here. Yeah, so custom data like charged creepers, angry pigmen, angry wolves, endermen holding blocks. You can edit all of that, and there's a variety of tools, and I'll put links to them down in the video description. I'm not going to get into all of them. There's a filter by Sethbling. My favorite thing is actually a program made by Kamyu from the Minecraft forums that just spits out MC-Edit schematics of custom spawners. You just type in whatever you like, and it saves you a ton of time from having to manually edit the spawner with NBT edit. So in addition to custom data for monsters though, and that data also includes momentum data, so you can have the monsters go flying out of the spawner in a specific direction. You can also have custom position data, which lets you have a spawner and spawn an enemy at a very specific spot in the map, and I've taken advantage of that in several places in Waking Up. So that map is going to be really hard, and I just released it, so be sure to check that out on my thread. My favorite thing, actually, might not be the custom potion effects on monsters, although that is fantastic. And before I go further, let me thank Dinnerbone. He's the one who saw my video about wanting a silverfish apocalypse and how I wished that silverfish, when taking ticks of poison damage, would call for help. He saw that video and made that small change for me, and I really appreciate that. And we got to talking, and I mentioned how it would be cool to have monsters spawning with potion data already on them, and so he changed the spawning system for me. So you're awesome, man, and I love these new changes, and I have so much fun with this stuff. But okay, so in addition to spawning monsters with custom data, you can spawn entities out of spawners. You can spawn arrows, you can spawn splash potions, and combined with spawning something with momentum data, you can spawn a splash potion flying in a specific direction. Basically make a spawner that shoots splash potions or arrows or these gassed fireballs out. But this one, I'm calling this schematic the fireball turret, and I want to put these in maps where the player would set up a base, and basically what these are going to do is give you unlimited gassed fireballs to shoot out and defend your base with. And I imagine they would also be a ton of fun in a Race for Wool map, shooting fireballs that just constantly respawn over at the enemy lane. And you can edit the spawner data, and you can have these respawning as fast or as slow as you like. I think I've set these for the minimum delay is like 349 and the max delay is 350. So I'm not actually sure how many seconds that is, because I don't think it's 3.5 seconds. It looks to be longer than that. Let me see here. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It feels like it's about 10 seconds or something in between these spawning, which I think is a good number, because if this is at your base, these are going to be constantly spawning, and I don't want to junk up the area with too many fireballs. But yeah, I mean, can you think of like a boss room where you've got these and you shoot these at enemies, or a map where maybe you don't start with weapons, too many weapons at all, and you've got to really ration like your one wooden sword, but these are placed around the area, and you can use these to fight enemies by just knocking fireballs into them. I just really like the idea though of having like a pre-made base for the player and having these, you know, around the base's perimeter, so you can just, you know, when you're not out adventuring, you can just blast any enemies that get too close. These are so much fun. I love these. Okay, let's see what else. Talked about the spawners, and I was gonna make a video showing off like all different kinds of spawners. I might still do that, but I think a few people have already done videos like that, and I don't know. I'm probably more likely to make a video, maybe not of the spawners itself, but showing how I'm going to use them in specific areas. And I'll probably get into a lot of that. I'm going to do a dev commentary for Waking Up, and that map is brutally difficult, so you guys will get to see me dying and probably cursing and lamenting at myself for making the map so damn hard. But I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to be a lot of fun. Let's see, I covered the monster spawners, this entity spawner. You have to forgive me for walking around the map so slow. I'm using the 1.3 pre-release, and so I don't have any of my mods installed. But yeah, so look forward to a dev commentary on Waking Up. And now one thing I also wanted to tell you guys is that I am moving. In fact, tomorrow, I'm filming this, what is today? Today is Monday, July 30th. Tomorrow I will be moving, and I may or may not be without internet access for about a week. So the coming like week or two is going to be kind of hectic for me. So if I drop off the face of the earth for a week or two, that's why. But I wanted to release Waking Up. I just released it today. I wanted to release that before I moved so that you guys could enjoy that when 1.3 is released. You could actually start playing it right now on the pre-release. It seems pretty stable. But yeah, I wanted to tell you guys that. If you don't hear from me for a week or two, that's why I'm moving. And yeah. And after I get settled in my new house, I am going to start working again on Inferno Mines. And my two projects then, I'll probably be doing the dev commentary for Waking Up, while also at the same time working on Inferno Mines. And I am so excited, and thank you again to Dinnerbone, and thank you to Kamyu for making, thanks to Dinnerbone for making the changes, and then thank you to Kamyu for making that tool. That is so much easier than trying to do it manually with NBT Edit and like doing all the text. I like that. It saves a lot of time. And so yeah. I put the fire on them. Oh, that's one more thing. I was thinking of having some consistency in all my maps. And let me know in the comments what you think about this. So just tell me what you think about having any monster that has custom data. Basically anything that's not a vanilla Minecraft monster that I've tweaked. I was thinking of making it flaming when it comes out of the spawner, so that when you see a flaming monster being spawned, you know that there's something special about it. And that way you know that... Ow! I'm trying to talk. Go away. And that way you know that you need to approach it cautiously and try to figure out how powerful it is and what buffs it may or may not have on it. And that way you've got a chance to react appropriately. I think it would be kind of cheap to spawn, you know, like invincible monsters that look normal, even without, because I could put the health, to like 500 or something instead of the default 20, and they wouldn't even have potion swirls on them, and you'd have no way of knowing that they were that strong. And I just think it'd be kind of cheap, and I don't know, it just wouldn't feel right. So in Waking Up, all the custom spawners that use custom data, they spawn flaming monsters. And so when you play that map, if you see a flaming monster that just is on fire right out of the spawner, you know that there's something special about it. But let me know in the comments if you guys would like me to keep doing that. And okay, let's see what else. Is that it? I've wanted to go over a lot of things in this video. Yeah, I think I've mentioned everything. Alright, so look forward to a dev commentary coming out soon-ish, like a week, maybe 2 at the worst. I'll start getting those episodes out, and you can laugh at me as I fall in lava and die and get exploded by super creepers. I mean, not that there's supercharged creeper spawners. Didn't. Okay, well, you had to see that coming. Yeah, you had to see that coming. There's supercharged creepers on Waking Up, among other fun things. Oh, one last thing before I go. Hopefully in the future, Dinnerbone and I talked about a few things, and well, there's actually a few things to go over. One of them is like a binary flag that you can use, put on a world using NBT Edit or another program that will make it permanently be a thunderstorm on that world. I thought that would be very helpful for map making, or permanently like basically imagine opening the level.dat file in NBT Edit and having it say like rain equals 0, and if you change that to 1, then or like perma rain equals 0, and if you change that to 1, Minecraft will look at that world and force it to always be raining no matter what, even if you sleep on that world. Or if you change like perma thunder to from 0 to 1, it'll always be a thunderstorm on that world. That would be amazingly helpful for so many custom maps. And let's see, another change that may or may not make it in a future patch, this is like a maybe type thing, is being able to spawn monsters mounted on other monsters. Like for example, basically a Vexian monster stack. I was actually going to put out a video called the Vexian Monster Gunship and get a mod that allows me to spawn stacked monsters. My idea was to have the bottom of the stack would be a blaze, and then, or you could call them maybe monster totem poles. Like the bottom of the stack is a blaze, and then on top of that's like a zombie for spacing, and then like 2 skeletons, and then maybe another zombie as a spacer, and then on top of that a ghast. So it's just a giant cluster luck of monsters stacked on top of each other, and the blaze would basically be the engine at the bottom making them hover around, and unlike the ghast, he won't fly off too much. So basically you've got like a flying, floating monster gunship type thing, and I would, you know, bump up the health on each individual monster in that totem pole, and maybe about 100 or something. I think that would be an amazing boss fight, don't you? And imagine like having these fireball turrets, and there's like some sort of monster stack floating around in the air, and you're just like, ah, die, shoot up with fireballs. And wouldn't that be an awesome boss fight? but you'd have like the skeleton shooting arrows down at you, you'd have the blaze shooting his fireballs, and then you'd have the ghast shooting his fireballs, and that castle has been totally destroyed. Wow. And so yeah, I was really wanting that. We'll see. It may or may not be technically possible or feasible. I wouldn't want to, you know, have some sort of glitchy thing put in the game that crashes Minecraft. But if it's ever possible one day, yeah, I think it would be really fun. I also thought of one monster stack. It would be a cave spider on the bottom with a charged creeper riding it. So basically it's, you know, a suicide assassin. Then the cave spider would, I'd try to put speed and jump, although I'm not sure speed works. But he'd be jumping. The jump effect, oh yeah, the jump effect. Jumping is not actually in the game for players. It's an effect that's coded in the game. You can put it on monsters, and they'll jump higher than normal, which is great for cave spiders. It makes them really freaky as they just jump all over the place. But yeah, so imagine that, and this thing, the cave spider is going to hit you and poison you, so now you're poisoned. Then that supercharged creeper is going to be near you from the cave spider, so he's going to explode and, you know, kill them both, and probably kill you, and even if he doesn't kill you, you're poisoned, and yeah. Or maybe a cave spider that's being, a cave spider on the bottom being ridden by a blaze, so the cave spider drags the blaze into like point blank range with you, so you're going to be poisoned and set on fire. That'd be pretty fun. And then of course you've got like the spider jockeys, you know, spawning a spider on the bottom and then a skeleton riding it, and then maybe like a blaze riding that skeleton, so it's a spider skeleton blaze. There's all kinds of combinations you can do with these monster stacks, and I just think it sounds incredibly fun. Okay, so I think that's everything I wanted to say for this video. I guess if I think of anything else, I'll put out another... Oh wait, no I won't. I'll be moving, and I will not have a computer, nor will I have internet. So this is the last you'll hear of me from me for about a week or two, maybe. But I will be back, and next up on the agenda is Inferno Mines and my waking up dev commentary. So until next time, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys think this stuff is as cool as I think it is. I love it. This is like the best Minecraft patch ever. It feels like Christmas. And again, thank you so much to Dinnerbone and also to Kamyu for putting these spawners in the game even easier. So yeah, until next time, guys, thanks for watching.